What happens when you get a Centrelink letter? Centrelink has been slamming thousands of Australians with inaccurate debt letters for months now, so here's what to do if you are contacted by the agency. Labor is urging the government to suspend Centrelink controversial debt recovery services. The government is trying to claw back $4 billion in welfare overpayments and sending out 20,000 letters a month to people that claims owe money. However, glitches in the new automated system have been causing all sorts of problems. The website is hard to use, and you may spend hours trying to speak to a human about your case. Don't despair. Here's how the saga is likely to unfold and what you can do to fight a bogus claim that you have been overpaid. 1. Centrelink will send a review letter warning of a potential overpayment and asking you to clarify details supplied by the Australian Taxation Office online. It will also send an SMS. You have 21 days from the date of the letter to update online. Be careful. If you simply tick yes when asked whether your annual income was the figure supplied by the ATO, it may spread this over the whole year and assume you were employed for months when you were not, asking you to pay back your unemployment allowance. 2. Centrelink may ask you to provide supporting documentation, including bank statements, letters from an employer or payslips. You may have to contact employers from 6 years ago. That employer may no longer exist. If you are having problems during these first two stages, try to speak to a staff member before the debt letter is issued. Technical support with an online account is available on 132 307, on Fridays 7 a.m. 10 p.m. and Sats on 10 a.m. 5 p.m. You can also visit your local Centrelink office, expect queues. 3. Centrelink may then send a debt notice stating that you owe hundreds or thousands of dollars in overpayments, plus a recovery fee of 10%. This may be the first you have heard from the agency, as they may have been using an old address. You can then call the repayment lines on 1800 076072, 1800 138 193 or 1800 462 425. You may spend hours on hold. Again, you can visit an office. Request a review by the authorized review officer. Department of Human Services General Manager Hank Johnson is also encouraging people to email him direct. 4. Centrelink may suggest you start paying the debt, even if it doesn't exist, since a review can take months and they don't appear to be able to cancel the automated process. You can get your repayments reduced to the minimum amount, e.g. $15 a month, and get reimbursed at a later date. Or you can refuse. But if 14 days pass and you haven't started paying or had the debt cancelled. 5. You may receive a letter from a private debt collection agency acting on behalf of Centrelink, Dun & Bradstreet, Probe Group or Australian Receivables. Contact your local MP and Minister for Human Services Alan Tudge. Once Centrelink is reviewing your case, you can also speak to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal and the Commonwealth Ombudsman, which is investigating the crisis. Opposition Human Services spokeswoman Linda Burney is also taking action, demanding the system be suspended while the issues are ironed out, and writing to the Australian National Audit Office requesting an inquiry. The Australian Lawyers Alliance said today that if Centrelink is found to have breached its duty of care, those who received false debt letters may have grounds to sue. Make sure you keep all your paperwork and ask for copies of anything you sign at a branch. If you or someone you know needs help, contact Lifeline on 13 11 14. Suicide Callback Service 1300 659 467. Men's Line Australia 1300 78 99 78. Multicultural Mental Health Australia www.mmha.org.au. Local Aboriginal Medical Service available from www.vibe.com.au.